Hey everyone, how y'all doing? And welcome back to another video. So we have the 7-star Baxcalibur raids in Scarlet and Violet. You're going to want an Avalug with the Terror type fighting, holding the Shell Bell. Recover, Iron Defense, Chilling Water, Body Press. That Body Press, make sure it's PP up. Max HP, Max Defense on the IVs. And I have an Impish Nature. I got this build from Osiris. Huge shout out to that amazing content creator. The link will be in the description down below. So this Baxcalibur was actually easy. I beat it on the first try, and I also had RNG going against me. I flinched a lot. I also used the wrong move a couple times, and it wasn't a big deal. Still able to complete it. So the first things first, you're going to want to make sure you do not have a fire teammate like Arcanine. You don't want Drifblim either because it has Will-O-Wisp. So if you run into one of those partner Pokemon, just exit the raid and go back in, and hopefully you don't have them. And do it until you don't. That's because of Baxcalibur's ability. So Baxcalibur is going to start off with a Swords Dance. And I'm just going to go ahead and go for Chilling Water. You want to go for Chilling Water because that will decrease the attack on Baxcalibur. The damage is going to be a lot coming from the Baxcalibur, but once we apply these attack debuffs, once we use Iron Defense, the damage is not going to do anything, which is amazing. So he starts off with an early shield, not a big deal. At least he gets the shield out of the way. We're going to go ahead and go for another Chilling Water to lower his attack some more. Obviously, you want to negate that Swords Dance. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Chilling Water. And I'm going to go for another Chilling Water after this. You could recover immediately. Obviously, if he crits you and you get some RNG going against you, you might faint. If that happens, just exit the battle and rejoin it. And, you know, it's not going to happen that many times. Hopefully it doesn't happen at all to you. It didn't happen to me. But I did end up flinching a lot, as we'll see throughout the battle. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to Terrestrialize, but I'm going to go for a Recover as well to get back a majority of my HP, because I did get relatively low, right? So I'm going to go ahead and Terrestrialize. You don't have to Terrestrialize this early, I guess, but I ended up doing it. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. He's going to go for another attack. And as you can see, I'm able to tank those really well, and I do go for my Recover, which will get back most of my HP, or a good chunk of it at least. So, gonna wait a little bit until because at this turn, he's going to go ahead and use the stat changes affecting our side. So, not gonna go for the Iron Defense until I see that notification, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Iron Defense. Again, I got this build, this strategy from Osiris, so couldn't have done it without you, buddy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Iron Defense right now. And I'm going to go for another Iron Defense as well. Boosting my defense even more. The Icicle Crash is coming out, but as you can see, it doesn't do anything to my Avalug. So there comes another Iron Defense. Beautiful. You love to see it. And I'm going to go for another Iron Defense, get my stats maxed out. And there we go. Iron Defense, going to max out my stats. Again, he's going to nullify my stat changes, I think, 2 more times. It's actually pretty crazy how often he does it. But Icicle Crash is coming out. I did go for a Body Press now. I'm like, okay, let's go for some super effective Body Press damage. We'll get all the health back. I do flinch, though. But again, I'm not taking anything from the Icicle Spears, right? Or any of his attacks. So it's not really a big deal. He's going to go for another attack. And I'm going to go for a Body Press, and this is going to recover all of my health. You'll love to see it. That does pretty good damage through the shield, right? So I'm going to get all my health back. I'm super bulky, super tanky. And I'm going to go for another Body Press. And you do have to use a lot of Body Presses. This is why I recommended using PP ups to max out your Body Press attack. You should definitely do it. I'm going to go ahead and go for another Body Press right now. Doing some good damage there. A few more should be able to shatter that shield. And for some reason, I go for another Iron Defense. I don't know why I can't boost my defense. My defense is already maxed out. So that's what I'm talking about when I said I went for the wrong move. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I didn't realize my defense was maxed out. I don't know, but my defense cannot go any higher. Definitely a huge error on my end. But again, I'm still able to beat it, you know, so it's not really a big deal, right? Icicle Crash coming through. I think he actually flinches me again this time. Yeah, so Avalug does flinch. Which, because I'm not taking any damage from these Icicle Crash attacks, it doesn't matter, right? Did I say Icicle Spear earlier? I think I did, but it's Icicle Crash. So Body Press is coming out right now. And it's going to do a good amount of damage. We need 2 more, I believe, to destroy that shield. But every time I do go for a Body Press, I am recovering all my health. So recover, you generally only need it once in this battle, or at least I did. And another Body Press is coming out. Yeah, as I said, like, this one might take you a little bit longer. It might come close. But, like, you might almost run out of time, but you won't run out of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take longer to get through, but it's still going to be easy to handle it. I think he used, so his attacks are not lowered anymore, right? Like, he altered negative effects on his side. I think that's what he did. That's why I'm going for another Chilling Water to lower his attack. I think I go for a couple more, so I go for one more here. Icicle Crash, that's fine. But even though he nullified the stat changes, the negative stat changes on his side, still not going to do anything because my defense is boosted significantly. I do flinch, and after I see how much damage that did, I'm like, I can just go for another Body Press and Shatter the Shield because I'm not taking any damage, right? So Body Press is coming out right now, and that is going to destroy the shielding. And as you can see, the timer is clicking down. You know, obviously it's below his health, so no reason to get alarmed, you know, or anything like that. You'll be able to easily beat it. He nullified the stat changes on my side again, so I'm going to go ahead and set up Iron Defenses. So Iron Defense coming out, Iron Defense number 1. Boost up my defense some more so I can become that bulky Avalugg you all know and love. So I'm going to go for it again. Again, it's still not doing any damage. This is the second one. So I don't think I go for a third because there's really no point, and because I'm also watching the timer. Obviously, you do want to make sure you beat it before the timer runs out, but you're not gonna have a problem. You're not gonna have a problem if you run this build. I flinch again, even if RNG goes against you multiple times like it did me. The damage is still not there for that Baxcalibur, so it's not really a big deal. I do go for this Body Press, and look how much damage that's doing, right? Especially when he doesn't have a shield anymore, so it is doing a lot of damage. I do get my health back with the Shell Bell, love to see it. He nullified stat changes, again, on our side, and he's going to set up a Swords Dance, so I'm like, oh, maybe he's going to start doing some damage to me now, so I think I do go for another Iron Defense, and we'll see how much. Still not doing much damage. He did set up that Swords Dance, right? And my defense was negated, but still not doing a lot. But that's what I'm talking about when I say it might take a little bit longer to get through, especially if you want to grind it. But if you do grind him out, it's not difficult because the damage that Baxcalibur is doing is not much at all. So yeah, you might have to go for multiple iron defenses, you know, but it's totally fine. I love this build. It was fantastic. It was great. I'm going to go ahead and go for another Body Press. I figured I could just finish him off with Body Press attacks at this point. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for one right now. And what, a couple more, 2, 3 more, something, and we'll be able to have him. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for another one. And I think I need 2 more. And this is why you definitely need to use PP ups on the Body Press, because you need so many of them. I cannot emphasize that enough. So something you definitely have to do. You have to. You have to, because we would have run out of PP on the Body Press if we didn't. So definitely have to do that. And we're going to go ahead and go for another Body Press. I believe this one is going to be enough to knock out that Baxcalibur. And we're going to be able to take it. So great Pokemon to have in your team. Perfect IV. Definitely want to go ahead and do this. And you can go ahead and farm it as well. If you want to try and farm for Herba Mystica, you know. So we have the Baxcalibur defeated, and I'm going to catch it. As is tradition, with a Premier Ball, that's how I catch all my 7-star raid bosses in Scarlet and Violet. You do you, though. Whichever Pokeball you want to use is totally fine. So here we go. You only can catch 1, so keep that in mind. 1 per save file, so if you have Scarlet and Violet, you could get 1 on each, right? I mean, I in theory could as well. I just don't know if I care enough to. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and get 1. So I caught it. Love to see it. Now, I don't get any good items. You know, I don't get any of the Herba Mysticas on this one, but that's okay. Not really a big deal. We still get a bunch of other items, like experience items and things like that. So fantastic, love to see it. Baxcalibur is going to be added to the collection of 7-star raid bosses. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. But yeah, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.